Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
How are you, ladies?
What'd you say?
Said turn up Tuesday.
I am all about it. Are you drinking?
No,
No.
I'm not actually. Did I sound sad when I said that?
You sure did.
I did. What is today's date? Because I have been dry going 40 days. I have 8 more days until I am taking another sip of alcohol.
Hey, you got this.
Yes, absolutely. It's actually been pretty easy.
Well, me and my best friend decided we was gonna start doing margarita night, so we probably won't do. Is it this weekend? It might be this weekend that we're doing it, but we're gonna do like I don't know if y'all seen like Sweet Magnolias on Netflix.
Yes.
Gave us the idea, so it was like, So now we're gonna start doing that.
Did you watch a whole series of that?
Yes, honey, I'm already done with.
Me too.
Yeah, it was
So
kind
good.
of ended, but
So
So
yeah.
good.
I thought it was gonna be different. Ashley, what's up with you, sweet thing? Pretty and pink.
Oh, hey. I'm here. You know, I'm ready for Friday. I'm not gonna lie. Last week was crazy. I'm over this week. I'm just ready for Friday.
Okay.
I'm ready for next weekend.
These weekends be going by too fast.
It's the adulting. Disrespectful. Well, I got a question for you, ladies.
Got an answer.
All right. Would you be upset if your man was turned on because he found a video of you in your phone with another sexual partner, and so that turned him on? Would that upset you?
No.
He likes what he sees, and that's me.
Well, the thing of it is that he didn't get mad, so that
you know what? That's facts right there. That is absolutely true.
I mean, if he had got mad, then I would have been like, "Oh, shit," But I don't know. I guess I wouldn't be mad.
Okay, you don't mind? All right.
He's watching me at the end of the day, so
hopefully.
I mean, if you watching the man, baby, we got to talk. We have to talk.
Right. Yeah. What's up? So no, like nothing. No conversation, nothing. Like,
oh yeah, I'd be like, so what was your favorite thing about it? What do you want to try?
Well, that's one thing. I probably would be a little weirded out that he didn't like say anything or get upset, because I'm like, you okay with that? Like,
yeah, there's something about it that's like there is different when you like talking dirty about stuff, but like watching me have sex with somebody else, that turns you on. Like, I don't know.
But that is a kink nowadays, so there's that.
Interesting.
I mean, is it really different from them watching like they are addicted to corn? I want to use talking code. So if it's corn, I mean, would that technically be the same thing in a way?
Okay, I don't understand the code. What is corn?
Replace the C with the P.
With a P.
Why can't you just say corn?
Because they might be kicking us off about how they do. They're very sensitive.
God.
I want you to Ash, because they're very sensitive on these networks nowadays.
Oh my goodness, I feel so stupid though. I'm like thinking like corn is like a word for penis or like gay.
Well, it could, because
oh my god,
I just call it the eggplant, but
this is too much. Screw the censoring. Let's get into it. What we got? Who's gonna go first with their topic?
All right. All right. So I was listening to the Breakfast Club a couple of weeks ago, and the guy from, oh my gosh, is it Love and Hip Hop? I think it's what it was. They were celebrating a birthday. People were invited. And at the end of the day, I totally forgot what the guy's name is. So I apologize if y'all know who I'm talking about. Chime in. I think his name was Shara. I could be wrong. Anyways, he invites people out for, I guess, his wife's birthday or his girlfriend's birthday. Everyone comes, everyone eats, and then he gets stuck with a $1,500 bill. And he's upset about it. So, ladies, you get invited to go to a dinner with whether family or friends. Do you, if it's not said ahead of time, do you expect to just go and order what you want and pay for your food, or are you expecting everybody's going to pay a certain dollar amount?
Ooh, okay, wait. So this was it was actually Sheree from Housewives of Atlanta. And
Okay.
her boyfriend Martell, the guy she's dating, had a birthday dinner for her.
Yes.
So under that pretense, my thing is, if you're hosting a birthday dinner for your significant other, like, it depends on how it's phrased, because if it's a birthday party, you know, sometimes there's a preset menu and everything is paid for. But if it's like, come out to dinner, then I'm expecting to pay for my own stuff.
Right.
I'm not expecting somebody else to fit the bill.
Right.
Right.
I'll say the same thing, Donna. And then sometimes, depending on if it's my friend, I might pay for her meal,
Mhm.
but I'm not gonna pay for, you know, everybody else's. And I don't believe in that splitting the bill. No, I'm gonna pay for what I what I ate and what I, you know what I mean? So
Right. Because let's just say I could be the person who doesn't drink and everyone else is doing like shots of Patrons and having,
Mhm.
you know, margaritas. Why should I pay for their alcohol when all I ordered was
water.
an appetizer and my meal? You know what I'm saying? You know, my food is $50, your bill is $200. I
Right.
have an issue
Right.
with that. So yes, I think, you know, you have to ask questions if you plan on attending. And, you know, people were calling in and be like, you know, he needs to stop being a broke ass, just pay the bill. You have the money.
Mhm.
And it's like, I hear both sides, right? And then some people were saying, well, if I don't bring a gift, then I'm paying for my own meal.
Mhm.
But some people, and I've gone to events, you know, dinners, and where they already tell me it's $55 a plate. So it's
Mhm.
almost like going to a wedding, right?
Mhm.
The gift that you're giving them, monetary, is basically going to cover for your plate anyways. So, ask questions, people. Don't, you know, sit there and, you know, get shocked at the end of the day, like, oh, I have to pay $75. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you ate your food. Like, what the hell?
Right.
Yeah. And then sometimes just don't go. Like, I feel I get you on, like, I'm not splitting the bill thing. The only people I do like the split the bill thing is with my core group of girls. Like when we go, you know what I mean? But if I'm just like invited to an associate's birthday dinner, no. Mm-mm.
Right.
I don't know y'all like that. I don't know
Well,
y'all.
I can't even say I split the bill with my friends. So what typically happens is with me and my friends, and usually it's just me and my best friend, to be honest with you. But when we go out, typically if I'm asking her, come on, let's go hang out, you know, or whatever, and like say for instance, like she'll let me know up front, she'll be like, oh, well, I don't have the money or whatever, and I'll be like, girl, I ain't asking for no money, like, come on. And it's the same thing with her. Like if I'm short and I'm like, girl, no, I ain't got no money to be trying to, she be like, I ain't ask you for no money. Like, let's go. So like in that instance, we pay for each other, but like, no, don't assume I'm gonna split no bill, and I don't know y'all like that.
It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, people are weird that way nowadays too. Like they'll go and purposely, you know, they eat on your dime. Like this is the only time that they're gonna eat at RPM Seafood. So let me eat everything I can.
Right.
Yeah, you're just shady.
No, I ain't doing that.
Point blank and the period. It's too much. Now, the question is, should he have been expected to pay for everybody? That's the real question.
Right.
Yeah.
It depends on the invitation. How was the invitation set up? Was it come join us for dinner at, you know, let's say come join us for dinner at Cooper's Hawk, right? If you don't specify that you pay for your own stuff, I mean, you know, people like to take advantage of other people at the end of the day. So, you know, sometimes you have to write it in crayon for people to understand if you want to have, you know, if you want assistance with the bill.
Well, I don't know, because I feel like if you're inviting people to a restaurant, it's kind of already implied you're gonna pay for your own food anyway. But if you're like have like a actual event hall or something, that's different. So like, I don't know. Like, I think that it's just been some. I don't know. I guess mainly, like Ash said, I think when people think or know you have money, they try to take advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen that firsthand. Years ago, I worked for a company and our boss took us out to dinner. We went to some Japanese sushi restaurant. And this was back when I was in Illinois. And the manager's like, order whatever you guys want. Your budget is, $30 a plate. Well, I think our budget was like, no, I think we had up to $50. So the one lady ordered her food and then ordered food to go.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, it's the audacity for me.
Mm-mm.
For real? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Seems too much. I don't like it.
And she knew the food was for free. And it's like, why? See, you take advantage of people with a kind heart.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't like it at all. Speaking of people with a kind heart, I think Peaches, this was yours about which dynamic do you think works best when making marriage work? You care to elaborate on that, ma'am?
No, that wasn't mine, but because it was the gender roles in relationships. Hey, Facebook user, I don't know who that is, but
Yeah, I remember that.
but I will, take the first answer for that. But I do agree with what the lady was saying. Was I think she in the video that I think it was Ash that sent the video, but in the video she was saying that the dynamic that they seem to think works best when keeping marriages together has been when like the man loves the woman more.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually could see that. I mean, I actually do feel like that's a true thing because I don't know. It's like now I could be wrong, but from my experience, it's harder for a man to actually fall for a woman. You know what I mean? And besides that, they do hold, the weight of how the relationship will go. You see what I'm saying? Like they're the ones that propose to us. They're the ones that ask us, to be their girlfriend or fiance or whatever. You know what I mean? So I feel like, when it's easy for us to care for somebody because that's just kind of innate in our nature. Like that's in us.
Yeah.
But for a man, it takes something. I don't know what it is, but it takes a lot for a man to get to that point.
I'm posting real quick. I'm posting the link in the chat so people can go and take a look at that video so you guys understand what we're talking about at the end. But yes, you're right. So she did say, the men who are basically are head over heels with the women, and the women are just like, yeah, I'm okay with that. And to piggyback off what you said, we're automatically nurturers to our men, right? So we're already there caring, and we are always bitching and complaining. We don't get that affection. We don't get that appreciation, right? So to have a man come in and give us that, it's like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
How would you handle that? Like, would you be able to? Because I mean, I know sometimes we get so used to one way of things happening in the dating world and things like that. When a man comes in and actually is like, I really want you, I know that you the girl that I want, how do you kind of, because I'm gonna tell you, sometimes it just made me feel weird. Especially when a man hasn't taken the time to actually get to know me. Now, if he's known me for a little while and he's like, we've had that exchange, we've been around each other quite a few times, and he says, I really think that you could potentially be my future, then I'd be like, oh, okay, I could feel easy with that. But somebody just knowing me for like a couple of weeks and we haven't really been out on dates or even when you do like I won't say long distance because so like it's just when you don't see that person that often, really hard to kind of like gauge where each other is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the distance is harder. Now, I will say this, as I have, I don't want to say gotten older, but wisened up and more mature. Back in the day, That would scare the freak out of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that somebody was just like, and it's like, oh, wait, that's weird. That's odd, just like you said. But now I don't think so. But I have been in a situation where the tables turned. Like I started off more into him, and you know what I mean? And then it flipped. And that was quite interesting because like I can literally like picture the moment where I was like, oh, this is different. Like he's like done a complete like, not to say he was shady or anything, but then all of a sudden he was just like, woo, you know
I
what I
wish
mean?
I could have that because I mean, most of the time that I meet men, it's like very nonchalant for a long period of time. It's
Mhm.
like you could tell like small things, like you could tell that they kind of somewhat like you at least,
Mhm.
but it's not like I just gotta have her in my life. Like
Mhm.
I never really had that.
Mm.
Never. Not even with me being proposed to twice and being married twice. Even they didn't even make me feel like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? It was just more so like I felt like even in those instances, it was because it felt like the right thing to do. Like I
Mhm.
don't ever want to be in a situation where, you know, it feels like the right thing to do, or you're just doing it because out of habit, or you know what I'm saying? I don't, or even with the fact that you feel like I do so much for you that
Mhm.
you feel like, oh, well, you do XYZ for me, so that's why I want to marry you. Okay, but what about me? Like,
Yeah. I want that genuine, like you genuinely, truly like can't wait to talk to me. Like you genuinely,
right.
truly want to do these things because you know it puts a smile on my face, you know, or like that's that when you have that, it's amazing. Now the tricky part about that situation was like, so when we broke up, he was like, I'll be back for you. And I was like, oh, this sounds like a murder movie. Like, like, oh, you gonna be back for me?
Movie.
And if I call that man to this day, he will do anything for me.
That's awesome.
But
That's
he
nice.
crazy. He
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, it's Ashley, stop laughing. Stop
It's a no. He's crazy.
Yeah.
She ain't crazy.
Which
He's crazy.
right, which is why it flips. But no, but that's true. So because it takes men more to tap into those, I feel like emotions and stuff, you know, just like she was saying in the video. So we're more open to that. And men, like they act like they're not guarded. I feel men are more guarded than women.
Oh yes. Oh
And
yeah.
I really do.
And then and it is sometimes ain't even it might be somewhat because of their past, but it also feels like because they're men that they feel like they have to be hard all the time. And that's so like, ugh.
Hmm.
Like it literally makes me cringe and not want to be
Hmm.
in nothing, in no relationships, no nothing, because I don't want nobody that's gonna be tough with me. Be
Yeah.
tough with everybody else.
Yeah. But
Treat me like a baby, like I'm a princess, like I'm fragile, like
yeah, but when he has to, and that's the point in what she was saying in the video. I feel like I'm yelling, but that's the point that she was saying in the video. And I was just telling somebody else that like when it's that person, he's going to be putty in your hands.
Mhm.
He's not even gonna Ashley, so Peaches, stop it. Peaches, stop it.
look at this point, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
You know what I can't stand is like the men that come into your life and like you can, you know, don't be so guarded, let your guard down with me. It's like, first of all, I'm still getting to know you. But the
Mhm.
minute you start letting your guard down and opening up to them, there are men that take that vulnerability and run with it and then use it against you.
Ooh.
Let's just say like communication, right? Let's talk about like the past. Like, why did my past relationships not work out? Because lack of communication or lack of affection, lack of this, lack of that, right? So we talk about that. I'm giving you the recipe to what I don't like, right? Because you are supposed to be my safe place.
Yeah.
But yet you're going to sit here and fuck around and find out with me.
Ooh.
No.
Y'all are really on one tonight. Like
I gotta say something about that though. As far as vulnerability is concerned, I always go in fully open to a person.
Oh,
When I start shutting down, it's mainly because that person has shown me that I shouldn't trust them.
Hmm.
mm,
And the reason why I say that is because you'll start seeing how people move, and it's just certain things that people will do. Like, and I be want to ask people, like, now if I did that to you, how would you feel? Because if even if we're not, you know, in a committed relationship or anything like that, if you're moving like you're still open and ready to mingle, or you're moving as if like you want people to see you got you friends with baddies, or you know, because I used to have to deal with that with one guy, you know, before, where he would have all these female friends, right? Beautiful girls. I never really felt threatened until, and I never felt threatened, but I felt like I was competing for a spot when I saw that he would always post these other women along with, and it, like, I don't want to be in the bunch. Like, I'd rather just I don't even want to be a part of it, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not even in secret. Because a lot of times, you know, people or men would treat me well in secret, but then when it's public, or it's out of, oh, this is my homegirl, or oh, you know, you want to try and play like we friends and we don't really know each other, or we not, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really get down like that. Like, I just, it just made me not want to continue to be vulnerable with that person. Like, I start kind of slowly shutting down, not shutting down completely, but it's like, now when you ask me, am I okay? I'll be like, yeah, I'm good. I may not be good, but I'm good, because you can't fix it. You not in tune with me enough to, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Don't be over vulnerable to a man until he gives you assurance there is a future. And I get that, but in a way that's kind of hard to gauge, right? You know what I mean? Because sometimes you get to a point and you think that, he's giving you that assurance in some way, shape, or form, in the end, for some reason, like the script flips, But my question is, because we keep talking about it, right? So what is that actually? Do we mean being vulnerable or letting our guard? Like, what does being vulnerable, showing somebody that you're being vulnerable mean? What does that mean? Does that mean just like being yourself? Does that mean telling your deepest, darkest secrets? Like, what is that exactly?
it could mean showing who you really are. Because I'm gonna tell you, like, sometimes when people see me on social media, right, they automatically assume, oh, she bougie, oh, she's uptight, oh, she's serious, she's about her business. But then when you get around me, you see I'm goofy as hell. Like, I'm very silly, and sometimes it can annoy people. Like, I've had men say, like, oh my God, you're so annoying. But it's just because, and I'm not about, oh, wait, okay, so if I'm annoying, you can go, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about it, because I know there's a time and a place when it comes to business and things like that.
Yeah.
However, I think that, okay, showing your vulnerability has a lot to do with, like I said, being your complete self around a person and not fearing judgment around them. Actually being able to talk about how you're feeling. A lot of times, we don't even tell each other that we like each other because out of fear of rejection or things like that. So like, those are things, you know what I mean? Like that, those are things what I think means when you're talking about being vulnerable with a person.
Yeah. Ashley, what about you?
So with that, for me, I feel like it's showing all of your cards, right? Showing them your heart, showing them who you are, because what do what do most men want? Y'all, I'm so tired. I'm not drunk, I swear to God. But what do most men want? They want, someone who's going to basically be similar to their mom, right? Be the nurturer, be there to clean, be there to cook, right? It's the mama. Don't look at me like that. It's the mama boy. It's the mama boy.
I hate that comparison so bad.
I know, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
But so you show, right? So you show your cards. And that's why I've always showed my cards at the very beginning. Showed you who I am. I can hide my craziness, my fun craziness, I should say, right? I can be an asshole, trust and believe me. You don't want to fuck around and find out. I'm just saying. You don't. I could be petty. You know, the silent game, you don't reach out to me, I'm not going to reach out to you. I could do that. The same energy you give me, I'm going to give right back.
But Ash, to be fair, okay. So, and I'm glad she said that, because it actually, we're kind of somewhat the same. So in the beginning, I show who I am, right? From there, after I show you who I am, whatever you get from me determines on how you treat me. So like, if you start treating me like, if I'm showing you all my cards, right, and you just like nonchalant, or you don't really care, or you acting like, I'm gonna be lazy, I'm not gonna really do anything for her, I'm not really gonna buy her no flowers, I'm not gonna open no doors, I'm not gonna do this. You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start being like, all right, babe. So now I'm about to be a nigga. I'm about to be the dude. You ain't gonna like me when I act like you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not petty boots like that. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I'm not.
But it's the product of your environment. Just like, okay, so you have a lot of men that say that.
Stop it.
Some women are masculine, right? It's a product of our environment. So if I gotta handle everything, I gotta be about business. But you come in, right, and you say, you know what, Ash, I see that you get your nails done every 2 weeks. You know what? Let me get your nails every done too. You know, here's the money. Here's the money. Let me send you. You know, after a while, that builds up a tolerance, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna start depending on that, because I'm gonna be like, oh, my man gets my nails done. Like, where he at today? Because you know what I'm saying? That's when we start acting a different type of way. But that's the same thing with anything else when it comes to dating. Like, if a man is going to start treating you like you replaceable, then okay, I'm going to be replaceable then.
Replaceable. I'm not even.
And I'm going to make sure you understand you're replaceable too.
I'll make sure. Okay, so look, this is legit my issue, and I think it's literally a pride or ego thing, but I'm literally about to contradict myself. Peaches, don't make your face at me. Don't make your face at me. So I feel like I know I'm not going to verbally say how I feel first. I may show you in my actions, but until I hear you actually say, you know, whether it's I love you, I'm feeling you, I want you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna do it because I feel like a sucker. I feel like I'm playing myself.
Love is the only thing that I won't say first. But like, I don't mind telling nobody.
No, I'm not even gonna. It's gonna show in my actions. I'm gonna, you know, you're gonna be. I'll spend some time with you. You're worth my time. But for me to actually say it, no, I'm gonna need you to pull that trigger first. So I don't know if that's me, like, you know, I'm gonna follow your lead, or like just me being prideful.
Mm-hmm. I'm right there with you on that though, because it's like I'm going to show you through my actions that I'm digging you, right? Yes. If you see I'm going to cook for you, or I'm going to have X, Y, and Z in stock in my refrigerator for you, if and when you do come over, or you know, I'm just at the store and I know you like a certain candy or a chip, like I'm going to have that, right?
Yeah.
Read between the damn lines, y'all. I know you because I ain't that stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm not just wasting money just to sit here and like, yes. Like, I'm showing you, like, I care for you, right? Yeah. I like you.
I got a question.
Yep.
Peaches, wait, this question ain't for me, is it?
Sure is.
Because she brought up an example, so I want to play devil's advocate.
Go for it.
And I wanted, she's about go for it. So what if he don't come over that often? How can he really know that you got all this stuff going on and you got, you know what I mean? Like, how if you only come over, like, okay, we'll say once or twice a month, right? That's just giving it a number. Mm-hmm. So what if that person comes over once or twice a month? How do they figure that that's for them?
You say it.
If y'all talk constantly, right? If y'all communicating at, you know, during the week, almost every damn day, and you know, like let's just say their favorite chips are the Doritos Cool Ranch, their favorite candy is specifically the Albanese gummy bears, and you have those in stock in your house, nobody else, like,
Another question then.
man, go on with your question.
How do they not know it's just not hospitality? Because I'm a type of person, because okay, so think about it from my perspective. I'm a mom, right? So my natural instinct for anybody is to feed them and to do stuff for them, right? So
Mhm.
typically, if people come over my house anyway, regardless if it's my significant other or just a cousin or a friend or whatever,
Mhm.
I'm gonna be like, oh, what kind of snacks or what's some things that y'all like?
Mhm.
So like certain things like that, I wouldn't pick up on, okay, this person likes me. I would say, oh, they just trying to make sure I'm comfortable because I'm a guest in their home.
Yeah. Well, I think that no one sole action is going to help them pick that up. It has to be coupled with some other things.
Well, that's why I was saying, why not just tell the person you like them instead of just, I mean, because sometimes doing things for them, they're not going to pick up on it. Like I've actually had men, I've done several things for it, and then I'm just like, they don't understand. Okay, and then I have to tell them, like, I like you, like I really like you. That's, what do you what you feel about me? Like, do you like me? Do you not like me? Are we cool? Like, what's, you know what I mean? Because clarity it'll defeat a lot of just gray area.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll clear a lot of stuff up. But whoever this is in the comments, I really do think it's ego, but it's not like I'm trying to be. It's just so Peaches. Basically, what I'm saying is, I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying, and the lunacy of all of this is that it is stupid for us to expect him to read our actions. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the lunacy of it all. And this, people, is my problem.
So what Donna's really trying to say is, my check. She's
Read 'em
got
out.
a big ego. Ha 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 ha.
No, but not in a bad way. I'm not like a bad ego person.
No, you're not. You're not. You're definitely not.
But it's bad. It's bad. Like I won't. I'm a sit on.
I can understand where you're coming from though too, because a lot of times, like even in the past, like I used to be the same way. Like I used to not really tell people how I was feeling, or just because I didn't want to get that rejection. I guess I didn't like rejection. I didn't like, if I let somebody know that I like them, they would, oh, well, I don't like you, ew. Like, and it's like, that's not a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's quite that. But the crazy thing is, like, once we get in that space, once he pulls the trigger and then I fire back, then it's there. It's there. It's there. But I just need that first. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only the love word for me that I ain't about to be saying this. We're gonna be
you ain't out here like, I love you, boy.
We're gonna be in this thing for years. And until you say it first.
Say no. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. My neighbor and his motorcycle, I hate it. It's not it's not like a good bike, and I hate his motorcycle with all my heart. But it's so bad. But yeah, I'm trying to think if I want to say I've said I love you first. I think I have, which is odd.
Let me take your pimp card from you because you was lost on that. No, I'm just playing.
No, I think I have. Like, yeah. And I was like, I'll never do that mess again.
Ashley, wake up. What?
Ashley need a Celsius.
If you're talking about me, I'm sorry. I am tired. I am like trying. And I'm not even drinking. I'm drinking my water, my ice water.
Crazy. Interesting.
I did get up at 6 o'clock and I did go to the gym today. So
your excuse. Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. What's our next question?
So we saw this. I sent y'all that video where this man was saying that men have things that are measurable by their meat or something. It's tangible things that they have, their money, their something, some other stuff. And basically trying to say, as far as the money, education, something, so basically he was trying to say that most women, when we talk to men about what our what we bring to the table, we always spew out money, education, things like that. But I agree with someone else that posted a video saying that if you take all those things from a man, you could simply say the same thing. So you have to be able to bring a multitude of a balance of tangible and intangible things into a relationship when you're talking about being in a relationship. Now that goes to talk about gender roles in relationships. How y'all feel about that when it comes to like actually getting with your person and then say he expects you to cook, clean, and do all the house things. He'll pay for the bills. How do you feel about that?
I'm down with it to an extent. You know what I mean? Because I feel like right now, gender roles, as we from the 1940s, 50s, it's not attainable right now in my current lifestyle. Right? If I can just quit and be at home, sure, go for it. And I think that some things are just fluid, you know what I mean? But I'm down with it. Like I said, okay, so the question that somebody put in the group one day about your man get home at midnight from work, you making him something to eat. Absolutely. Now that doesn't necessarily mean I'm about to get out the bed and make a fresh meal, but I may have, put his plate up, things like that. I may pop it in him, or you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm down for it. I'm gonna fold your laundry. I'm gonna do your laundry. You know what I mean? I'm with it.
Would you say you're gonna be his laundry?
Did
you say that?
No.
Oh. I was like, well, damn, Donnie, you taking it to a whole another level. Okay. Look, it's like, look, baby, I want to be this close to you. Let me climb your shirt and everything.
I'm be your shirt, your drawers.
Right? No, but I think that, because a lot of things that we do, I do feel like it's our responsibility to make that house a home. You know what I mean? So, and some things are reciprocated when you do that for him. He's able to lead and provide in different ways. So like what you're doing is one is not better than the other. It actually works together. So neither one of you can minimize your contribution to, the relationship and making a happy spouse and a happy house. I need to put that on a shirt.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Go for it.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Don't require me to do nothing. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it on my own because I love you and I care about you and I want to do, want you comfortable. But I also want somebody that is okay with doing the same thing and being able to give me a break from time to time too. Because like anybody, okay, so I even explain this to other people. Like of course I've been married before. Like and I think that, even though my first marriage wasn't the greatest, one thing I can agree to was the fact that he was like, I want a home cooked meal every day. He said, but he said, if you cook for me every day, I'll clean up the kitchen. I was like, bet, what you want to eat? Because, and that's how you make those compromises. Like a lot of people feel like, okay, well, the woman cooking, she got to clean or whatever. But that's why women don't really want to do a whole lot for people anymore because, we're having to work too. We having to, do things day in and day out for the kids, for ourselves, for you.
Yeah.
Give us a break.
Yeah.
Do something. If you want something, you got to be able to put in on it. Like, and that's, like I said, if you wanted to cook every day, why not offer to wash the dishes?
Yeah. And that's why I say it's probably more fluid. It's more fluid now because just of the time that we're in, because we're working women and stuff like that. But let me tell you something. If I could be a stay-at-home wife, I would. I'll be ironing that man's boxers, his shorts, all of it. Like I promise you, I would do it all. You know what I mean? But right now, just because of like the circumstances in the world we live in, it is more fluid. And I don't think like when it comes to like cooking and things like that, you know, requiring it's a strong word, right? But if you go like from the biblical sense, like when it comes to submission, if that man want to have sex tonight, guess what? You better have sex with your husband. Period. And that could be seen as a requirement, and that's just what I believe and what I was. Yeah.
Well, that's why I said you want me to have enough energy for later. You might want to pull your weight too. I shouldn't have to come and pick up your drawers off the floor when the basket was right there. Like just the smaller things, and that's what people don't understand. Like if I had like sex wouldn't become a chore if I didn't have to do chores all throughout the day. Like if we can both come to an agreement to, you know, to where both of us have enough energy, I don't have no problem with it. Like you can get this. I'll swing off the ceiling fan if you want me to.
All right, Mimi, when she was singing from that shower ride.
Right.
Ask what you think. What about you and gender roles? What you feel like?
Look, I'm gonna wear the pants regardless, and bitch, you're gonna get what you're gonna get. No, I'm just kidding.
That's real.
No, that's the comedian side. That's the comedian side of me. No, like I'm cool with it, honestly. Here's the thing: it has to be equal. It has to, and just like what Peck said, I love cooking. So if I'm gonna cook, help me do the dishes, put the food away, right? We work as a team. If we're in a relationship, we work as a team. You buy the groceries, you bring it home, I'll cook. I buy the groceries, we could cook together, whatever. If you can't cook, like legit, you can burn boiling water, then baby, stay out of the kitchen. The only time you're going to come in the kitchen is to clean. That's it. It just, help me help you. Like I said in the very beginning, it's the energy. Give me the same energy I'm giving you, and we'll be good.
Interesting.
Don't be dry. Don't be dry with me, because the minute you're dry, my coochie gonna be dry too.
Well, there's that.
Right? Like we know if ands or buts, we know where she stands on that. All right, too much. Yes, rather than expected. That is so true. To appreciate and realize and recognize what it is that we do, because sometimes I think that just flies over their head, all of the stuff that we do to take care of them and take care of the house and things like that. So yes, appreciation versus expectation. Yeah, it's a must. You got to appreciate it. Appreciate you, ladies. Appreciate what she does, and she'll appreciate you at night. Ain't that right, Peaches?
Yep.
My coochie won't be dry if you appreciate me.
Oh my God, y'all are tripping tonight. That is too funny. Too funny. But
y'all are welcome.
I think like, okay, so women are expected to cook, clean, or whatever. What's the man's gender role? I mean, to provide and to pay the mortgage. Like, what's their...
And do the honey to-do list. Put new light bulbs in. Do the lawn.
I've been told, like it was one time I actually was fixing the pipes under my kitchen sink on live on TikTok, right? And I actually had a man tell me, see, I can't be married to you because you'll give me a list, and if I don't do something on that list, next thing I know, when I come back home, it's gonna be done. I said, I can't help it, because when I say I need something done, I need it done. Like, and that's another thing, like when it comes to, my future significant other, whoever that might be, like, don't procrastinate. We're gonna have a problem. Because then if I feel like I can't depend on you to do something or get something done, it's gonna be a problem. Because then you're gonna be looking at me, because you're gonna be like, oh, well, you demasculating me because you keep doing stuff and you won't let me do it. Well, do the damn list then.
I find it funny with, when I talk to friends and my siblings are like, man, I'm so tired. I worked and I got to come home and take care of the kids. I get it. And then they're like, my wife gave me this honey to-do list. I get it. Like, you need your rest too, right? Because you just finished, the husband, the man, just finished working 10 to 12-hour shift, right? You just want to come home, you want to relax. But now your day is never over because you have to be the parent now, right? So it's like, I get it, but at the same time, you have to find that balance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, I can't say it's easy at all. And kudos to the parents who do it 24/7, who do both, the honey to-do list, be the parent, cook, clean. Right. Peaches, you do it all.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine how difficult it would be for me to allow somebody to come in and, it's just like, that's why I explain to even my guy friends when I be talking to them about certain things, how I feel as it relates to dating and things like that. Like, I'm not the type of person you're gonna have to ask what can I do and how can I. You're gonna have to actually observe and just do it, because I'm gonna tell you, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And if you actually want to actively be in my life for real, like I have had guys that come in, and when I tell you, if it wasn't for my non-negotiables, boy, we would have been married by now. But
non-negotiable.
Well, okay, so like I think I may have mentioned it before. There was like this one guy that he was like chef's kiss. Like, I mean, he was medium cute, so he wasn't like fine, but he was his demeanor made him attractive.
Okay.
And just the things that he would do, like he would not let me touch a door. When it came to romantic stuff, he would send me flowers. He'd pay for trips. He, like, even when it came to like me, needing, I was like, yeah, I'm about to go and, get some shoes for my boys. We're about to take a photo, or we about to take family photos. And he was like, oh, well, let me come shopping with you. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I like that, but what I didn't expect was for him to just whip out his card and say, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I didn't know how to take that. And it was just like, and he actually set a high standard, because it made me like force myself to allow a man to just, be there for me. But the non-negotiable I had was the fact that he did not put his child in a safe environment. And no matter how much I tried to get him to make that a priority, he wouldn't. And so when you don't make your own child a priority, I can't expect you to be there and make my children a priority, you know? So it was just one of those things where I was just like, yeah, as much as it pained me to let it go, I'm gonna have to let it go.
Yeah. Well, choices. So where's this guy now?
Still, he tried to hit me up earlier this year, but he he's still got his baby not with him, and I just was like, well, you still on the BS? I can't. I'm good. I can't. So
those are the men and women who bother me. And I have to say women too, because right there are some others out there who don't give two shits about their kid, right? But I can't stand the parents, the men and women out there who don't care for their own kids, but the minute they are in a relationship or talking to somebody who has kids, they will bend over backwards for that person and their kids. Wait a minute, baby. Let's look at those priorities one more time.
Yeah.
Right.
Why are you worried about somebody else's kids when you ain't even worried about yours?
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is, it wasn't even like he was worried about my kids. It was just more so like he made sure that I didn't have to worry about nothing. Hell, he even filled up my tank every time I would come and see him. Like, it was just one of those things. Like, he never, even when I can't, he didn't let me even pump my gas. He was just like, he was like legit, like he checked off a lot of boxes that most people did not. And that one thing when it comes to kids, it's a non-negotiable for me. Like, you gotta be able to be a good parent to your own children,
Yeah.
because you're gonna be around, if potentially we get serious, you're gonna be around my kids, and I need you to be able to protect them like I would, and be a good influence around them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not looking for a stepdad per se, because their dads, you know, are active in their lives, so that's not the issue. But you know, if you're gonna be around them, I gotta be able to trust that you're gonna take care of them like I would. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where I was just like, yeah, no, it just didn't sit well in my spirit at all. So I had to. I was like, no.
Like, bye.
Bye, you and me walk now. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, hey, it's
Oh,
real. That's real out there. It's hard out here in these dating streets. All right. So before we say goodbye to the people, let's let them know. Let's give them their breakup playlists. Okay.
Yes.
So anybody who's going through a breakup, if that dude isn't acting right, if that female isn't acting right, hey.
We want to know, and men, like, do not lie, because there's 80 y'all in here watching us. So we want to hear, if any of you guys are men, we want to hear who, or like, what's your breakup playlist? Like, I know you have a breakup playlist. I know there's a song that you hear and you're like, yeah, let me dedicate this to this trick.
Ooh.
Like, come on. You know, because look, me, especially back in 2019, when I went through what I went through with this dude,
yeah,
man, Demi Lovato came out with that "Sorry Not Sorry," and I was just like, sorry not sorry. Yep.
So that was it. Mine is one of mine is Mary J. Blige. I Am, because ain't nobody gonna treat you better. Ain't nobody gonna love you better more than I am. Okay, more than I am. So that was one for me. Like, definitely. Peaches.
I would say for me, mine's back a few years back, was not her entire, but a few songs on her Lemonade album, Beyonce. It was Hold Up and Sorry was my primary two, and then Cardi B, Be Careful.
Be careful with me.
Another good song by Beyonce is Irreplaceable. Bitch, I'm irreplaceable. I'm just saying, you're not gonna find someone good like me.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sweet and sassy.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I have a sad one though. This one was so sad, but this is so long ago, but it literally just popped into my head. Have you heard it was off of Tweet's album Complain? This song, I'm gonna send it to you all. This song is like, she's basically like, you know, if I had you back, I wouldn't complain at all.
Oh, yeah.
So sad, but like I was like, so like he was like my first true love. This guy, we had been together since high school, and he went away to the Navy, and it was just like, and then we just drifted apart. So that was my sad song.
Blaming on the damn military.
I know.
Look, let me tell you, it's plenty on that be trying to reach out to me, and I'd be like,
stupid Navy.
I learned my lesson. No, thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No. Hey, we haven't. I feel like the last ladies' night was so long ago, so I think we need to do the September show sooner.
We should.
Rather than later. Yeah. Absolutely. Coming up, we got Jay Hendo's Way on the 31st. He's going to be talking about how the elites manipulate the people. That's definitely a show that y'all don't want to miss. And then we got a few surprises coming up for September, and we're taking some things on the road. So make sure y'all stay tuned in with Life Grind and follow us individually and collectively on social media. And I think that's about it. Stay on your grind, y'all. Peace out.